Welcome to the Deseret News Daily Briefing. Today, Emily Morgan discusses her investigative piece about Utah's justice court system, which handles smaller criminal cases. Some contend these courts have become a virtual cash cow for cities and counties, and are even given projected revenue amounts they are expected to meet, putting pressure on judges.
In the newsroom, we hear some interesting stories about the state's justice courts, and so I worked on a story to kind of address some of those issues, some of the complaints that I've heard, one being that they are just huge revenue earners. And they are really important courts. They handle all cases up to Class B misdemeanors, but they aren't courts of record. And so they kind of have their own purpose, and they do generate a healthy amount of revenue, but they also handle a lot of cases. And so I looked into that, and I also looked into these allegations about misconduct on the parts of judges. It's not a court of records, there's not a lot of monitoring, but there have been some changes being made to make them courts of record, to start recording proceedings so that they can keep a better record of what's been happening in the courtrooms. And even recently they've passed legislation in the state Senate to start recording those proceedings so that we can have a better record and hopefully everyone will behave better. So I investigated that element as well. And if you want to read more about the justice courts and their trials and also their strengths, there's a story on the DeseretNews.com today.
You can find this and other Deseret News daily briefings on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.